Welcome back to another video segment of Brian Reads the News. This is where I go to the USA Today online newspaper and I read you guys an article. This is my attempt to get to 4,000 hours so I can get my channel monetized. So thanks for watching. Let's get into that article. Here's one that caught my eye. 10 NFL records that could be broken in 2023 season by Nate Davis of USA Today. The NFL's 2023 regular season is drawing to a close, and while the primary focus might be on the upcoming playoffs and whichever teams will and won't qualify, there's certainly plenty at stake individually for several players aside from the elusive quest for Super Bowl glory. With 3 weeks and 48 league-wide games to go until the postseason commences, there's still time for a few records to be broken, including one very significant one that wouldn't even necessarily carry the asterisk, now easily attached to the current 17-game season. Here are 10 marks that could fall before the final snap of Week 18. Number 1. Highest passer rating. San Francisco 49ers sophomore QB Brock Purdy has been a paragon of efficiency thus far in the brief NFL career, and that's been especially true in 2023 when he leads the league with a 119 passer rating, currently the 5th highest mark in NFL history. Purdy has finished above 130 in 6 games this season. Do that again and he will have entered uncharted territory, push his final season final figure beyond 122.5, and Mr. Irrelevant will make Aaron Rodgers' 12-year-old standard irrelevant. Number 2, most sacks. It's been 2 years since Pittsburgh Steelers star T.J. Watt tied Michael Strahan's official since 1982 sack record by finishing with a flourish, 5 in his last 2 games to reach 22.5. Now Watt has a league-high 16, but 3 other star pass rushers, the Minnesota Vikings' Daniel Hunter, Los Angeles Chargers' Khalil Mack, and Cincinnati Bengals' Trey Hendrickson, all have at least 15. Getting to 23 will be no easy feat for any of them, yet few stats come in bunches quite like sacks. Watt has 26 multi-sack games in his 7-year career, including 5 this season. Hendrickson is on a mini heater with 6.5 sacks over his past 5 outings, and Mack certainly eats in bunches with 22 career multi-sack games, including 6 on October 1st against the Las Vegas Raiders. Certainly an opportunity for one of these QB hunters, maybe multiple, to get hungry. At number 3, most times sacked. Maybe the Washington Commanders won't let second-year QB Sam Howell, who didn't finish last weekend's game against the Los Angeles Rams, suffer the requisite abuse to break David Carr's dubious 21-year-old mark of getting bagged 76 times. Howell, who has been taken down 59 times, would have to suffer an average of 6 over the final 3 weeks, which admittedly seems like a lot. But it must be noted he's been sacked at least 6 times on 3 occasions this season and 5 times on 3 others. And Washington finishes up against the 3 nasty defenses, the New York Jets, 49ers, and Dallas Cowboys. So happy holidays, Sam. At number 4, most passing yards by a rookie. Until very recently, this almost seemed like a fait accompli for the Houston Texans' C.J. Stroud, who also seemed on the cusp of becoming the first rookie in the Super Bowl era since 1966 to pace the league in passing yards. But then he had a 91-yard clunker against the Jets' near airtight pass defense on December 10th, and worse, suffered a concussion well after the game had been decided. Stroud was forced to sit in Week 15 and may not play Sunday against the Cleveland Browns' top-ranked D either. Currently stuck at 3,631 yards, Stroud needs 744 more to beat out Andrew Luck's 11-year-old standard of 4,374. At number 5, most receptions by a rookie. The Rams' Puka Nacua has gone from unheralded 5th rounder to needing 18 catches to take down Jalen Waddle's 2-year-old record of 104, most receptions by a rookie. At number 6, most receiving yards by a rookie. This seems like a longer shot for Nuka, who's currently sharing more targets with now healthy fellow LA wide receiver Cooper Kupp, but averaged 103.7 yards the rest of the way, and Nuka would take Bill Groman's freshman benchmark of 1,473, which was set in the American Football League in 1960. Of course, since 2020 alone, the Vikings' Justin Jefferson, 1,400 yards in 2020, and the Bengals' Ja'Marr Chase, 1,455 in 2021, have recently upped the mark during the Super Bowl era. Nuka, who has 1,163 yards, has topped the century mark 5 times so far. At number 7 is most receiving yards by a rookie tight end. Sam Laporta has a tougher climb than Nuka, but with 319 more receiving yards, the Detroit Lions second-rounder would top Hall of Famer Mike Ditka, who had 1,076 yards in 1961. Laporta needs 242 to join Ditka and Atlanta Falcons' Kyle Pitts in 2021 as the only 1,000-yard rookie tight ends. At number 8 is most receptions by a rookie tight end. Laporta, Detroit's second leading pass catcher, ought to get this done. He's got 71 grabs and requires just 11 more to erase Keith Jackson's 35-year-old achievement. At number 9 is most defensive touchdowns. The Cowboys' DaRon Bland already etched his name into the record book this season, returning 5 of his league-best 8 interceptions for scores. If he finds the end zone one more time, he'll surpass Hall of Famer Ken Houston's 1971 record for defensive touchdowns in a single season. Houston had 4 pick sixes and returned 1 fumble for a score. Finally, at number 10 is most receiving yards. This is the chase that should be most fun to watch, and one that's taken on a more dramatic flair after dynamic Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill's tender ankle rendered him a spectator in Week 15. Currently sitting on 1,542 yards, Cheetah would have averaged 152.7 yards per game to reach his avowed goal of becoming the league's first 2,000-yard receiver, and in just 16 games. However, Hill needs a slightly more modest 141 a week to overtake Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson, who fell just short of 2K 1,964 in 2012. Hill has eclipsed 146 yards in 6 games this year, 5 of those outputs more than 150 yards. And with the Finns in a scrap for the AFC East crown and possibly home field advantage, he might need a big burst at the end to earn a week off once the playoffs start. So that's interesting. 10 records could be broken this year. I mean, it sounds like some of those might go down. Some of them seem a bit lofty, but who knows? We still got 3 games left in the regular season and the playoffs and whatnot. So we'll see what records are broken and which aren't. Which one of those 10 do you guys think is going to be broken? Is there one that stands out to you in your minds? Let me know in the comments.